Okay, so today I'm going to be giving you guys my review of week 9 of the NFL season. And before I get into it, fuck Trump, you support him, don't follow me. Okay, let's get into it. So first up, always like to talk about my favorite teams game. So we got Buccaneers, Chiefs. I thought that this was a pretty interesting game to watch. I think the Chiefs games are always fun to watch. No matter who they go against, it's pretty much always going to be a close game. They always make it interesting. Few key notes that I came across after finishing this game. Number one, the Chiefs defense, it was kind of a mediocre performance for them. Every week I come on here, I rave about their defense and everything. I think they had, some good moments and everything. I think that there was, some blocked passes and stuff like that. They had some good moments, don't get me wrong and everything. But compared to the usual dominance and stuff like that, I don't know. It's just kind of like they were off this week and everything like that. And I think one of them said that and everything. And, we'll see what they do next week. But, they've had better performances, no shade. Patrick is looking better week after week after week. Dare I say Patrick is back. 3 touchdowns, no picks. I prayed for days like this. You guys don't understand. Every single week I'm talking about how he has way too many interceptions. Now he has to clean it up. And I am just so thankful that, there was that moment there and everything. So, there was that. They had some penalties, including a BS holding call, I think, something like that. And then they said it was the wrong person, and then replaying the footage, it didn't really look like holding to me. So, there was that and stuff like that. The Buccaneers had some penalties and all that kind of stuff. And they want to talk at the end about how there was a false start that wasn't called. I feel like that cancels out because they called the BS holding on the Chiefs. So, I feel like there's calls like that every single game and everything. So I'll say that. I think overall the Chiefs did exactly what they needed to do to win. Mahomes was great. Travis Kelce was great. DeAndre Hopkins had 2 touchdowns looking pretty dominant. Kareem Hunt, they just were able to do their part. It went to overtime and, Patrick gets the ball in overtime. It's over. Baker Mayfield and co played a pretty good game. He's out his top 2 wide receivers and, there's some injuries and stuff like that. So they played really good. I have a lot of respect for what they were able to do. And they didn't go for 2 at the end, which was kind of controversial and everything. And maybe they don't get it, who knows, but glad to see another Chiefs win. It was an entertaining game nonetheless. Next up, Texans Jets. So I thought the Texans were going to win this game and they look putrid. And yeah, I feel like I haven't really been watching as many Texans games, kind of now as I did in the beginning of the season. And I feel like now all the offensive line stuff is really starting to come to the front for me because I feel like this is the first full game that I've watched from them in a bit. But offensive line was putrid. CJ was getting pressured all night long, didn't have a whole lot of time to make a great decision. I do think that he made some bad throws, let's be clear on that, but when your offensive line sucks and you keep getting pressured and all that stuff, that's also something that happens. The defense didn't have their best night. I think they were missing some key players to be fair and everything. I don't know. They didn't really look that great this game. I think in the beginning they had some good stuff going, and then the second half they just really, shot themselves in the foot. The Jets, second half, they turned it around. Aaron Rodgers played well then. You have Devontae Adams. Garrett Wilson had a good game. Still think that the OBG catch was better, but I digress. I still don't believe in the Jets. I don't think that they've turned their season around, and I think that their season's still over. I don't know why everyone's trying to act like the season is going to be good for them now, and if it is, I will come on here and be the first to say that I'm wrong, but I don't think that one win means that their season is turned around, but that's just me. Falcons Cowboys, I watched this game on replay. Thoughts, Dak Prescott is not really playing that well this year and everything. Texans just don't look great this year. Kirk Cousins beat them. He played an efficient game for the most part and everything, and the Falcons just did what exactly had to be done. So, it's that, simple. Ravens, Broncos, I saw parts of this game. The Broncos had a cool, trick play. I think that was the Philly special that they were doing. The Ravens, I expected them to win this game, and wow, they beat the Broncos' ass. The Broncos have a good defense, and I guess they were asleep at the wheel, and Bo Nix is not good. So I was expecting this win, but 41-10, what a dominant fashion. Shout out to the Ravens and what they were able to do, and, glad the defense didn't give up a big lead, but Broncos have officially been exposed. Y'all been talking about this defense all season. They didn't show up, period. Dolphins, Bills, I watched this one on replays. It was decent. Josh Allen, for the most part, played pretty well. Keon Coleman, the Bills had great moments. The Bills had great moments, as I expected and everything, so I'll definitely say that. Josh Allen had an interception, and yeah, that was on him. It literally fell out of Keon Coleman's hands. I really don't think there was any way that he could have caught that, and then that was an interception. So, that's on Josh Allen. The interceptions are starting. Turnover machine is starting, okay? So, there's that moment as well. The Dolphins, they had some good moments and everything, but the Bills were able to get that forced fumble and everything, and then I believe they scored on the next drive. They had some, moments there. The Bills kicker sucks. I'm so sorry. I know I'm not the first one to say this, but he makes kicks, he misses kicks, and I don't know. I think that they should get a new kicker because, yeah, he made the game-winning field goal, but how many times has he lost them games? I'm so sorry, but yeah, Bills won as I expected them to, and that's basically what, I kind of took away from this game. Dolphin season is cooked. Panthers Saints, didn't watch this game, but you know, glad for Bryce Young to get a win. I thought the Saints were going to win. I was wrong. That's on me. Derek Carr needs to stop playing hospital ball and sending his receivers, you know, out of the game. That's on him. And our coach got fired, which is a long time coming because they suck. I watched the Raiders-Bengals game. That was the main game that I was watching in that time slot. What I can say is the Bengals played a pretty good game. There was a pick six that was returned for, you know, the touchdown and everything. And there was that kind of moment and everything. I agree that there were some moments where they played kind of sloppy, but I mean, yeah, a pretty dominant performance overall. Joe Burrow had what, like 5 touchdowns or something like that. So I thought that he played a pretty good game. Defense was better than I expected, I guess, because they found a way to win this game. And do I still trust the Bengals defense? No. I think they're about to get beat by the Ravens yet again and everything. And yeah, so I hope that eventually they can turn their season around and everything. Wish them nothing but the best, but glad they got the win because y'all know I hate the Raiders. Next up, Chargers and the Browns. I said the Chargers were going to win. They did. I didn't watch the game. Commanders, Giants, said the Commanders are going to win, and they did. So I'm not shocked about that. Patriots, Titans. So I thought the Patriots were going to win this game. I saw the end of overtime, Drake May leading the drive, and then ultimately he has an interception to end it. Is what it is. Both teams really aren't that great this year, let's be honest. Bears, Cardinals. I thought the Bears were going to win this game, and they got, you know, their teeth kicked in. I still think the Cardinals are frauds, and they will be exposed. Coming soon, coming soon. I think the Bears head coach needs to be fired because he says dumb stuff. You can tell that he's clearly losing the locker room. Didn't see this game, but yeah, I mean, you can tell the team is quitting on him. Jaguars, Eagles. I saw parts of this game. The fact that Eagles had, what, a 22-0 lead, and you let these people almost come all the way back. They were able to get the interception at the end to close the game, but there has to be something wrong about the coaching and stuff like that. Blaming Nick Sirianni yet again. Because how do you let these people almost claw their way all the way back when you had a 22-0 lead? I'll never get it. I'm going to have to rewatch to see everything that happened, but Saquon Barkley had some good moments. Jalen Hurts, DeMonte Smith, A.J. Brown, and I think A.J. Brown had to leave at certain parts of this game or something like that. I might be wrong. But yeah, Eagles win, fly, Eagles fly. Love the Eagles. Lions, Packers. I watched this game, and honestly, this game pained me. I really thought that we were about to get a shootout. I was so excited for this game, and it was basically the Packers just getting beat for like 3 hours straight and everything. Jordan Love did not play well. I get he's coming off an injury, but that has to be one of his worst performances this year. He just did not play that well. He had another, you know, throw that was returned for a pick six, so he has to clean up the interceptions and stuff like that. And the Packers just weren't really able to get a whole lot going. I think they had a fair amount of penalties. The Lions just played better. There was that play I saw where the Lions player looked like he was trying to injure Jordan Love. That was a dirty play. I can acknowledge that. And then they had a player who was ejected, which I get, because when I saw the replay, I could completely understand that. So yeah, I had expected the Lions to win. Nothing surprising. I just wish it would have been a better game. I was expecting a better game. No shade. Rams, Seahawks. I said that the Rams were going to win, and I saw parts of this game. You know, getting into the red zone twice and then throwing 2 interceptions, and then he threw one that was returned for a pick six, which is absolutely crazy, by the way, mind you. So yeah. I don't know. Seahawks season is cooked, and Matthew Stafford and co are back, I fear. Colts, Vikings. So I told you guys the Vikings were going to win, and ultimately they did end up winning. The Colts, I don't know. Just kind of looked ineffective out there. The Vikings just played slightly better and were able to have that edge, and that was what I expected. Bye teams were the Steelers and the 49ers. And so, yeah, that's my review for week 9 of the season. Let me know what you guys think down below. All my NFL videos will be at the end of this video and linked below, and let's continue that conversation. Let me know who you had on fantasy. Let me know who performed well for you, who didn't. And yeah, Xavier Worthy completely sold one of my fantasy teams, did not have the best performance and everything, and they just tried to get too cute and do too many BS trick plays, but I digress. Anyways, let me know what you think, and yeah, that's